Alrighty. There we go. So,
Yo.
hello. So, do you want to start with the Korea one or the other one?
Let's go in order. What
I
happened?
think,
Give the peeps the background.
uh, I think I was gonna go with the One Piece thing. You made your video this morning,
Oh, okay,
or
okay, okay.
like I said in my comment on the video, I was already concerned when they did America. It was they had it based in America already.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was afraid they were gonna have this happen where some American writer has a does this.
Yeah, they fucked up.
Yeah, like I said, for this other show I mentioned, what is it?
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in Borderlands.
Wonderland.
It's close enough, yeah.
Close enough.
Where, I mean, it was if yeah, where it's okay, wrong page. Okay, there. Where it's actually filmed in Japan.
Yeah. Ooh.
Where One Piece is filmed in America. So I was a little concerned already because they actually had to empty out the entire street and stuff for that filming. Where One Piece is mostly Americans. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not saying season 2 couldn't be good, but it's I'm already
Well, the reason why the first one was so good was that first Oda was involved, and like the main writers, they like One Piece, and
yeah.
and so following the source material was much better. And also, like every all the cast have been so respectful to the lore, to Oda himself, to the fans. So I don't know where this guy just gets up saying like, "Ew, this character is an allegory of Trump." Like, you can have your opinions, but keep them out of your work.
Yeah, as well, like when you showed me this,
Mm-hmm.
it's an allegory for Trump, even though you have Japanese people actually like him, so I don't think they'd make a villain.
Yeah. No,
Again,
just
as again, like Yellow Flash said in when your reaction video is that again, this was made in 2004.
yeah. Look at the response to mine. Somebody responded, and I was like, "You lost. Like,
Yeah,
missed the
this.
point."
Yeah, this. Yeah, even like let's say it was an allegory. This is way before. It was way before he even decided to, go and become. Oh, he was a businessman at the time. So,
Yeah.
and this was also like, let's say it wasn't. It. He was a businessman, so he was loved. He would be loved regardless. He was loved before he.
Yeah, and like Flash was saying also, like, well, not in Flash, like Japan has, you know, just that people think that the rest of the world is in tune with American politics, and it's like the East doesn't care. Like maybe they care in the sense of how it will affect them, but other than that, it's like, who are you?
Yeah, like especially the actors of the East, they don't talk about politics. They don't really mention it unless they are one.
Yeah,
They just say they even don't even hate their own fans if they didn't like it. They say, uh, if you didn't like it, at least respect or like that we tried.
Yeah, they would rather die than blame. I think the fans or anything. Like
Yeah,
if
though
something
even when
goes
they
wrong,
even
it's like their
the one
fault.
thing I've noticed is a time when they should attack, like maybe go after the fans, they don't even do that. Like when the
Yeah,
fans are attacking the actor themselves over what the character did,
yeah. When the fans are
they
stalking them
say
or whatever,
they say don't hate me just because I played a character. They don't even
yeah.
attack them then.
It's just
They would
it's not
rather
one scene
yeah,
to do that kind of thing.
I mean that's not like it's not the majority, but it like one show I watched, they hated the actor because he played a villain or was the bad guy in the show. And he said, "Don't hate me just because. Don't hate me to hate the character."
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, yes, it's a mech anime. See,
Yeah. What the Trump?
mech anime. Yeah, yeah. I think
No, but also
they
I was responding because like the writer deleted the post, of course, but
of course he did.
I replied to him who was replying to his wife, and like his wife is was just saying like you can read it there. It's like
Oh,
oh there.
this is his wife. So
Apparently, yeah. It's like I'm so happy I married a man who voted to
um,
protect us. Like,
I mean, again, I mean,
it's
again, it's only your rights are so if your rights being taken away includes not being able to murder a child, then I guess if that's your determinative rights,
yeah.
it's
Because
like
even with the Rachel Zegler thing where she says that oh something what did she say like I feel bad for my daughter and the child she's
like
gonna be forced to
yeah,
have. It's like what are you talking about? Who's gonna force her?
you're only going to be forced if you decide to not have a child before marriage.
Yeah, I don't even think she has a child, so she's already like
I mean, she's 23. I doubt she has one. I'm not saying she doesn't, but she's young. Rarely do young people nowadays have kids, so
yeah,
I
but I mean,
wouldn't.
like, even if she does, I mean, I also guess she doesn't have because she does not look like a mature person. But I mean, like, she's already saying her child is going to be a daughter, who then is going to have a daughter who she does won't
So
want.
she,
At the
so
same time,
so she
herself
only
saying,
wants
"I don't want my
daughters.
granddaughter." Yeah, so it's
So,
like,
so what happens if she has a son? Is my question.
well, I learned a few months ago that feminists were like aborting if they knew they were going to have a boy, and like
Really?
that made me like super sad and just like pissed off
Did
because
that? I didn't even know. I saw that I think today or something that people were murdering their husbands if they voted for Trump. I was like, what?
yeah, like there's a post going around that uh like encouraging women to do that, but not that they've actually done it. But it's like, are you insane?
Yeah.
Now, those people that are putting those posts up, like everybody's tagging like FBI on them because honestly, like, like these people are nuts, and it all comes down to being able to kill their babies. Like, close your leg, because they say it's because in case of rape or whatever, but that's not what they're using it for. They just want to go around with how many guys and just treat it as a birth control. They don't really care. Hello?
Yeah. I was just
Are you looking for something?
I was yeah, I was trying to get the Korea jail for later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we will talk about that.
Yeah, that one's kind of the main topic. And then and then little other stuff. So do you have a good link or article that you want to share for that? Oh, wait. Speaking of Rachel Zegler, I found it. Wait, I think.
I mean, I
Oh,
was.
here. Oh, here
We
we
can
go.
we can watch Andrew's clip. He made a like a summary clip.
Oh, yeah. Here's the thing, Rachel Zegler. I just found she was trending. So
Yeah, and I don't remember who mentioned it. It's like I find myself speechless, and then composes like
uh,
this like
that was
thesis.
Ryan said that this morning. She's like, I have no words, yet you write an entire like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 story.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just saw. Hold on, let me send you this one. Might be clearer.
Okay.
Well, at least to Steph, but let's give a shout out to Dean.
Oh yeah, Dean.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Dean.
Okay.
Her punctuation is atrocious. Yeah.
It is like it like a pet peeve of
I
mine is when
if
they don't
she's
capitalize the I. It's
yeah,
like,
I
oh
get
my
I
god.
yeah, I get in trouble for that for super chatting, and it's like I capitalize every word.
When you start a sentence, it should be in capital.
At
Jesus.
least my first word in the super chat is capitalized. I can say that.
I'm heartbroken for my friends who awoke fear this morning. That doesn't make sense.
Wait, what? I can't do what on YouTube?
He's trolling you. Probably. It's a jet
I
in a
don't.
phantom.
I want to make sure I don't do anything wrong on YouTube because I don't want to get. I mean, it probably shouldn't be a problem because if I can get away or not get in trouble playing a music clip from something, and still be fine,
Mhm.
I think this should be okay. Yeah, I find myself speechless. Yet you write this many paragraphs.
Yeah, and everything's just man. And of course, the last one is like, I will laugh through these 4 years as best I can. Fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
yeah. Like,
I hope they never know peace. Yet they're gonna have peace for at least 4, hopefully.
man. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, this is more proof about for Gina's case, for Gina's lawsuit.
Oh yeah, all right. That's the. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Gina gets fired where um um Pedro Pascal, Mark Hamill, and Rachel Zegler can say anything they want, and everything's fine.
Yep. I hope they
Yeah,
use these for the lawsuit.
I think it. I think it will be.
Let's go, Discovery.
Yeah, that's gonna be whenever that is. That's gonna be massive because it's like you have
Yeah,
3
they're
actors specifically. Also, she said, free Palestine when her co-star is from the other country.
Israeli. Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to New U.S.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
All right.
it's well, and then we had what was the last? Wait, what was? Oh, the Lucasfilm director, I think he was.
Oh yeah,
That
that went private because he got mad.
yeah, because he also said F to everybody, It's like,
Yeah.
excuse me, he
And
should,
then
like,
I
by
think,
your rules, he should get fired.
yeah, I think Gina responded and he went private. Like,
Yeah, she like broke the story because that's where I saw it. I made a
yeah,
video.
I think she replied. Then that's when the story came out. Is that
Yep.
he went off, and then it's yeah, that can also add to a high-ranking position at Lucasfilm got mad. I
Yeah,
mean,
everybody's getting mad. They're
an
so.
overgrown Karen. I mean, yeah, she basically is.
Oh my god. But the point
She,
now is that they're just giving Gina the proof she needs to, like, hey, look. Unless, like, they trying to cover themselves, they fire all of them, but I doubt it.
yeah, I doubt. I mean, hopefully, yeah. Kathleen Kennedy has managed to destroy a franchise in less than 20 years. Like, what? We've had Star Wars for 70, 40, 50 years, and she's managed to destroy it in 10.
Mm.
And maybe less than 10, even. Like, 10, if we're being gracious, less than. If we go by when Last Jedi came out, then it was 12, 7 years since 2012 they've destroyed it, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah.
All right, do you have any links for the Korea thing you want to?
I was saying that we could just watch Andrews and hold on, I'm trying to find it.
His video or his
No,
is
not
on
this because this
his
thing is long. Hold on. Stupid ads. Oh my god, come on. Getting ad after
is it the
ad
one from five is it the one from 5 hours ago or the 15 hour ago one?
No, man, he's clipped a lot of things. Hold on.
It's on his Legal Minds and Clips.
Yeah. Maybe I think we could go over this one first because it explains the legal system.
Okay.
Because yeah, he also because one of the clips is also threatening to sue him, to sue Legal
Yeah, I
Minds,
saw
and
that. I saw
he's
that.
like, haha, bring it.
Yeah. Okay. Before we start, someone did something stupid in Korea, and they're potentially going to jail. I mean, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna
Yeah,
watch
so
a video.
the point of this stream where the clip is from is that a lot of people were saying that he already got, like, his sentence, and that's not it. Like, he was he's not just watch it. It's a difficult, he has a flowchart explaining it.
Yeah.
You know me, I like PowerPoints, but today we had a flowchart. Today's a flowchart.
Oh,
I was in the flow.
flowcharts.
And I made a flowchart to explain the Korean system to you. Now, so I have a Korean criminal process for not dummies. No. Special people. Special people.
What do we determine a
Who have
special?
very high IQs, right? You all have very high IQs, and I love you.
This is for
We'll
us.
talk about the high IQ thing later because I'm trying not to go to Korean jail. So this is the Korean process. It is different than the American process. And I want to explain where we're at and why it is a huge deal
Pause it for a
that we're
second.
at where we're at. Okay. So
Okay,
right.
so first of all, the fact that he has to say it's different than, like, the US, it's like, no shit.
I think every country is legal processing is completely different than.
Yeah, that's why, like, I for example, I did, like, a minor in criminology online because I love the topic, But
yeah,
like if I wanted to imagine, like if I then did a major on that, I could not get a job here because the law here is completely different. So it's like you the fact that you have to oh,
yeah. Like I guess some people would not know. They're like I guess the dummy part. Some people would not, maybe think that every law system is similar, but like Japan's system compared to Korea's system is different, but then you go to a different continent, it's way more different than just one country difference.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
So let's zoom in here. So, okay, first of all, let's start over here. Travel bans are rare. So talking to folks who have dealt with the Korean legal system, right? They're telling me that this travel ban is rare. They're telling me even in cases of sexual assault or just regular assault, and even in cases where there's been rape cases, they've let the people travel and they've just left the country. Right? So this by itself, the fact.
Yeah. So this part he brings it up because a lot of people were saying, "Oh, he's banned from South Korea," and it's like, no, he's not banned. In fact, he is still in Korea.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. Hopefully I showed you my reply to one is hopefully he gets an international ban if he escapes Korea. Is he gets it banned for at least 5 years.
Well, what Andrew was saying also is that because what makes a case in Korea is that if people first, like people have to, what's the word I'm looking for? They have to report what he does, and if they have evidence, great. Because that's the difficult part, is to start a case. And the people have to get their own evidence, like they have to go get the CCTV cameras, film, whatever. Like, so it's difficult to get it started, but once it does, then you're probably gonna get convicted.
Yeah, once they get everything, it's gonna be brutal.
That he from the jump street had a travel ban, and now especially that he's been referred to the prosecutor, that's been extended. He cannot leave, right? Mm-hmm. This is a big deal because for most people and many other foreigners, they've seen like they charge a foreigner with something and they'll just leave, right? It means they're very serious about this, right? It's very serious about this. Okay. So let's start with number one. The first thing you got to do in Korea, if you want somebody to be guilty of a crime, you want to charge somebody with a crime, right? Is you as the victim, you need to submit a criminal complaint. Typically, the police do not submit a criminal complaint. So this is very difficult. So this is actually one part of the Korean system where most people don't sue because it can cost thousands of dollars to get together, to hire a lawyer to properly put together a criminal complaint, make sure it's formatted correctly. You're charging them with the wrong thing. I missed a T in formatted, but whatever. Make sure it's formatted. And also you got to find the defendant. So you've got to get their passport number. You got to know their date of birth, where they're at, right? You got to get a lot of information on them. So you may not be able to pin this on a foreigner. It's actually kind of hard, especially for just a traveler. It's not easy to like nail them down. This was an exceptional circumstance where they're able to get all this stuff on Johnny Somali because he made such a commotion, and they were able to go in and get that information. And the police were actually assisting with this. Normally, they don't do that. Normally, it's much harder to get through this first barrier. And this barrier is where a lot of things stop. A lot of things stop because they don't go file a criminal complaint. Mind you, this is something different.
I mean, there's also, the comfort women that. Like, if you don't know, that's...
But in general, because, that,
That is.
I thought it was that and like a few other things, but I don't know if I don't know if it's in this stream, but there's another stream where he shows videos of a lot of things he did, and it's like, bro, he did like, aside from murder, like he did everything on video.
He did everything you could possibly do to insult Koreans. like I think when I heard about the comfort woman, I was like, that's enough alone. Like, insulting a memorial to the women that were basically sexually abused during World War II by Imperial Japan, and that's a memorial to those people who were the victims, and insulting that memorial is bad enough.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but there's a clip also like where he is text to voice in Korean saying like, "I want to sleep with children" or something like that in like a Disney like. No. Like, I mean, he was using that on speaker in Lotte World, something like that. It's like a Disney, but in Korea. So he was surrounded by children and their parents, and he's just playing that over and over and over again. Like,
oh my gosh. Yeah, he probably assumed that Korea is like Japan, because Japan were a bit too lenient on him before they actually did anything, and when they did anything, it was actually very quickly. But Korea is, especially considering their history and just them in general, they aren't as like, they're kind, but if you do something like insult them, they will bounce back. And Japan's like a bit more polite and will maybe wait before you actually do something egregious.
Yeah, I mean, their tolerance for crime is even to the point of being messed up, because it's like, like the very famous, like if you're a child, and there has been a child who has been a serial killer, because he was a minor, he didn't go to jail, and he was like free, and he made a book and everything. And he,
in Korea or Japan?
No, in Japan.
Yeah.
So there are some aspects where
it's flawed. It's a flawed. Sometimes, I mean, like everywhere, there's going to be some part of the law that's flawed. As unfortunate as it is. All right.
Different than with private. This is different than America. In America, the police will just file stuff, right? In Korea, a lot of times private citizens have to file stuff, right? So there's more to this process in Korea, because you've got to get involved here. But in this case, we got past one. So in this case, we have many criminal complaints that have been filed. We had one for deepfakes. We had one for obstruction of business. We have one for assault. We have one for drug use. So when this is filed, it goes to the police. So we go to step 2. So at step 2, we have the police investigation. Now, this in Korea, from my understanding, usually takes 2 to 4 months. Let me say this again. It takes 2 to 4 months, typically, for the police to do their investigation work.
That's long.
In this case, they did this within weeks. Relatively quick. Okay?
Yeah.
This is a huge deal. This is a massive deal.
That's fast.
That means they've rushed it. They've actually expedited it. They've actually put this as a high priority. The police have said, no, this is a top priority, because it's not taking the normal 2 to 4 months. It's quite expedited. This is extremely expedited. So the police are taking this seriously. And I know it may not, it's the different system, but this is actually, in the Korean scale, serious.
You fucked up.
Next, police
massively
of the defendant and witnesses. So Johnny's already done this. Johnny's already been interviewed, right? He's already been interviewed. So have the witnesses. A lot of people have interviewed. Next, the police receive evidence. This is a big deal. So here's the difference between Korea and America, right? So in America, and I'm sure you guys imagine this, you guys have seen CSI and the American police shows. like da-na-na-na-da, where they're going out and the police are finding evidence. Yeah, not Korea. In Korea, typically, in most cases, you, as a victim, are responsible for getting the evidence. I'm serious. And, for example, I talked to somebody who's got a lot of experience with trying to get CCTV footage.
It's kind of messed up how you have to do it yourself.
With, let's say you catch somebody on CCTV committing a crime. Let's say they punched you. And you want to get the convenience store's CCTV because your assault, your battery assault is on that CCTV footage. They can pretty much tell you to piss off. They can just say, no, I'm not giving it to you. It's not the same way as the US where the police would show up and be like, give us that footage, and they're going to turn it over. So in this case, it's a special case where they've gone out and the police have actually helped get this information.
I feel we have
so this is
here.
A different level than what is
in Peru.
Right?
Peru.
Yeah. So
when I had an accident, I had to basically go get the
police decide whether to drop the case or refer the case to a prosecutor with a recommendation of indictment. So after it goes to the police do an investigation. They say, okay, do we want to drop it or do we want to refer it to a prosecutor? A lot of cases are dropped. Now, in Korea, if it's referred to the prosecutor, there is a plus 90% chance of them getting a conviction. So let me say this again. If the police decide not to drop the case, there's a huge conviction rate. So if it gets to the prosecutor, there's a huge conviction rate. Understand, this is where we're at with most of the charges. So with the majority of the charges, they're still under police investigation. They're at step 2. But we just got to step 3 for obstruction. So right now, we've gotten to step 3, and we're literally months ahead of schedule.
That's crazy.
We are months ahead of schedule. So we've been referred to the prosecutor's office.
Hold on, pause it.
So this is where we're at. So if you were going to take...
Okay, so this clip is from an older stream then, because I watched so many streams that all blurs together, But I think that there's an update. I think that the prosecutor has accepted it. So they did it like in one day. I think like the next day he updated this. That's why I'm getting confused.
Okay, so
also the weird one. I don't know if he says this in this clip, but what they are prosecuting is not the comfort woman crime. They're doing it's something else.
Yeah, that just happens to be part of it.
But what I understood is like
I'm not sure if that would actually cause you to go to jail, but that's a huge offense for one.
Yeah, no, I think what they're doing is that they're going for the convenience store where he made a mess of it, and if that passes, or something like this, I don't remember correctly, but they can add to that everything else, and then like whatever happens is going to be more. But it's too much information.
I think I saw I'm not sure, maybe he has it. No. Well, there was a clip of him basically challenging Korea to come and fight him, and he walked outside and he got back absolutely just spawn camped.
Korea want to. Okay, you do realize that all the young men that you see have gone through 2 years of training, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just all right.
Take a screenshot. You're going to step back here and look at this timeline. We're at 3. And mind you, 4 and 5 are like when, 5 is like sentencing and post-sentencing. 4 is the trial. We're right up there, right? So the prosecutors. Let me explain about the prosecutors, okay? I talked to somebody who had experience dealing with Korean prosecutors. You know what they told me? They said, listen, Andrew, in Korea, police can be nice sometimes. Police can like get you a coffee sometimes. They can maybe joke with you even. They can they can be lighthearted, right? So Korean police can be lighthearted. But they said the prosecutor, they have never met a nice prosecutor. They've never met a prosecutor that's going to go easy. Okay? And the prosecutors are...
Okay, for one, have you heard of the show Vincenzo?
My parents have watched it, but I haven't. But I know it's good.
Okay, it's a mafia lawyer.
Yep.
Basically, it's a lawyer show, and the main guy is a mafia member from Italy, and he is. I mean, it's not real, so for one.
Yeah.
But it's similar to that, where like he's a prosecutor in a way. Yeah, so that's pretty.
I need to watch it because I recommended that to my parents, and they watched all of it and they loved it. And I'm like, I haven't watched it, and I recommended it to you.
Yeah, while we're talking about it, take a break from a show. I will. That's the wrong thing. I have it. Okay. Dang it. Let me find it. Yeah, let's just pull this up for a second.
Oh. Like Vincent.
Yeah, there we go. I don't think it has any reviews, but...
No.
There we go. Yeah, I have your critic list linked at the bottom. I added the critic list link to your links as well.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, attorney and lawyer and attorney. Yeah. Yeah, mafia. Anyway. I'm not gonna ban you.
Are far tougher than the police. They almost never drop cases. They conduct tougher interviews with the defendant, and they will try to aggravate the crimes, right? They will try to aggravate the crimes. So they're going to try when in those interviews, and those are amazingly tough interviews, extremely, extremely tough interviews. This is like a deposition level. Like, I mean, they can't beat people up in these interviews anymore, like physically
anymore.
But they mentally beat you up, if you know what I'm trying to say. They psychologically beat you up.
Yeah.
With how
and
annoying
Johnny Somali
is, oh man,
and how weak he is gonna get wrecked in this. He is going to get destroyed in this. He's going to go in this thinking he's smart and he can lie. He's going to get screwed. Thinking you can outsmart the lawyers, not smart. So this is where we're at for obstruction. So we're already here. My guess is, because this has already been expedited at the police level, and at the police level, it should have taken 2 to 4 months. This will probably go to trial as quickly as they can. Maybe a month, right? Maybe a month.
Remember how fast the Japan one was?
So that's my impression of this. Now let's
go
to trial. So
and also those lawyers had like a 90% chance rate of winning.
Here's the best thing.
This is going to be that. Yeah,
and
this
for those
is
Korean streamers, you may not know.
Pause it.
But
okay.
I don't know, or no, I'll let it play because I don't know if you mentioned it here or in another one. So
okay.
I'm something of a trial observer. I'm something of a trial enjoyer, and my normal problem is I can't go to trials. But the hearings in Korea are open to the public.
Oh,
so are you guys getting an idea? Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking?
Can I go? Can I go over
trial
to Korea
that are
for
open
that?
to the public?
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Rutro. Yeah, I'm thinking a certain mickety mindset is going to end up there. Now I cannot stream it. That's not permitted. But I can attend, and I can give you a full breakdown.
If only it was streamable.
Attend and give you a full breakdown.
Yeah.
I cannot stream it live.
That is true.
I can stream before and after, which is what I would do. I can stream before and after. I can be streamed right from the out. I can stream from the outside of the courthouse, before and outside after, but I can't be inside. Right. But that said, definitely would attend. Format. Opening arguments. And then this is different. There's hearings. And these hearings, there's like 2 to 4 of them. And they're spaced out several months apart. So unlike our trials, which occur over like a week, they're spaced out months apart. Mind you, this entire time, he is not allowed to leave. Right? So Johnny specifically, unlike other foreigners, he's not allowed to leave.
Yeah.
So he can't run away. So people saying he's going to get away, guys, Korea's already ordered him to jail. The jail is Korea. He cannot go anywhere. Remember, he can't
jail
leave.
Is Korea. I love that.
Yeah.
He can't.
That's why I put jail in Korea.
He can't do anything. Imagine this. I'm not even sure he has money. This guy may run out of money to eat, to live. And understand this, because a lot of people are asking this, and this is a very important question, because right now we're at this stage, right? But people are asking, why isn't he in a jail cell? Well, here's the thing. Because this stuff takes such a long time, because this process takes such a long time, living in Korea is your jail cell. Because you can't leave. How are you going to get money? He can't farm clout from any other country. And if he does anything that is a further offense, they can tack that on. See, here's the thing. That trial can be for multiple charges. And the way it works is this, and we're getting this in the sentence.
Here we go.
They can charge you with multiple charges, and then the sentencing is stacked. They do the sentencing one after another, right? So I'm gonna get into exactly how that works, because it's really crazy how this works here, because it's very interesting. It's very interesting. So this is going to last a long time. The last day is called verdict day. It's called verdict day. That's the last day. Now, verdicts and sentencing are on the same day. I know in America, there's like sometimes separate trials for sentencing. No. It's the exact same day. So as soon as we get a guilty, we get sentencing the same day. Okay? So let's get to sentencing. Okay? So that's step 5, sentencing. And on a future stream, I may talk about like what if he appeals, other stuff, guys. And we're just talking about right now obstruction of business. We're going to talk about the other charges as they move forward in the process. I'm staying on this topic. I'm not giving up this topic. This is a fucking great topic. So post sentence, while he's serving the sentence, even if he receives what's called a suspended sentence, he cannot leave Korea. So even if, let's say he gets 2 years suspended sentence, that's like probation. So while he's on probation, he cannot leave Korea. He can be ordered to pay a fine. In fact, if for his first offense,
Come on.
he can be forced to pay a fine. If he can't pay the fine, they force him to do labor. Yes.
Manual labor.
If you are forced, if you can't pay the fine. I'm not kidding.
All right, pause it.
Huge W. Based Korea.
Okay.
Based Korea.
All right. And from that, go to the clip, the last clip that I posted in the...
Okay.
All right. I have a copy of a criminal indictment. So I was sent this form by a good friend. This is in English. So I thought we'd just take a quick look at
is this the clip you're talking about?
Johnny Somali's indictment probably looks like. So this is the form that the prosecutors probably filed today. Now, there's also a Korean version, but I'm showing the English version because obviously, if you're a Weigugan,
again, so he got indicted.
They're going to give you the Weigugan version, right? They're going to give you the Weiguk version. They're not going to give you the Hanguk version.
Hanguk.
Okay. you're going to get the English version. Now, the official language is on the Korean version, but they just provide it as a thing for foreigners, right? So here's what it looks like. The Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office. Now, technically, this Johnny Somalis is filed in the Western District. This matters because of what courthouse it'll go down in. Just understand that. So they put the date on it. They put the case number. So this won't be like 2024 Somali. Or sorry, not Somali. Sorry. Ishmael. Or Ramsey-ish or whatever like that. Or like Ishmael Ram. Like that's how it'll look. Recipient Seoul, it'll be Western District Court. It'll be the prosecutor's name, the facts of the indictment, and they'll give the facts. The accused, the age, the occupation, the residence, where they're born, USA, and what the charge is. This is one of the same type. So this was actually sent to me by somebody who's seen a indictment for interference with business. That's Article 314.1 of the Criminal Code. The detention status will be not detained. That'll be the same for Johnny. Attorney will probably be none. I'm not sure whether Johnny has an attorney or not. And I don't believe, by the way, Johnny says that he has, I think Johnny's people says he has an attorney. I'm not sure whether he does or not. And it may be a public defender. And by the way,
I don't think it's going to do much.
Real quick, because Johnny Somali may think that his public defender is going to sue me. Quick explanation. A public defender does not offensively sue people. A public defender defends you. You have to pay an attorney if you want to go out there and file a criminal complaint. So he's going to go out there. This is a sample. Once again, this is a sample. It's not the same thing, but I'm just showing it to you guys so you know generally what it would look like. And then they'd provide the facts. And obviously, these are facts from a different case, right? But they would put the facts down here. Like, hey, he went into a 7-Eleven. He acted like a fool, blah, blah, blah. They'd put all of that in this part, and they'd explain the facts. They'd have attachments. Would be reports. It might be
where it shows the videos?
It might note that they have video, right? And they would also put this notice on the bottom. For this English translated material is not formally edited. Please be noted that the original meaning is coming from the Korean material. So the Korean material is what is legally effective. This is just a translation. For yesterday, we talked about
here, I think.
Has 3 options, not anything in particular. Let's just put that there.
Stop.
There's 3 options.
No. I mean, stop moving.
For forced labor, for prison labor in South Korea, right? So the 3 options are working in a factory, making parts, right? So like somebody said Oliver Twist factory. Yeah. Like an Oliver Twist type factory.
Oliver
making
Twist.
Parts. Number 2 is a chain gang working on the roads. So like fixing and repairing roads, cleaning storm drainage, right? So cleaning the roads, cleaning the sidewalks, right? So that's number 2. So 1 is parts. 2 is cleaning the roads, cleaning the outside areas. But there's a number 3.
Oh.
Are you guys ready for this? So there's a 3rd option. Korea, as you may know, has a birth rate problem, and they do not bring in a lot of immigrants. So they are very short on labor. And there's one sector that has been really behind and needs a lot of labor. So the prison workers have officially been used, especially recently, in this field. And that is farming. Johnny Somali could literally be put to agricultural labor, to forced field labor.
The irony.
I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. This is for real. This is 100% legitimate. Johnny Somali could be picking Korean cabbage. You can't make this shit up. I'm dead serious. This is a real reality that could happen. If they hit him with a prison sentence and he has a fine and he doesn't pay the fine, Johnny Somali is off to the cabbage farms, off to the Korean cabbage farms.
Oh, that's great.
That's so funny. Yeah, and the latest was that like he was showing everybody like, oh look, I got my passport back, but it's not a passport that he can leave. It's like a passport for him to be able to do like whatever he needs, but it's like specific, like with limits. So it's like if he tries to leave the country with that passport, they will automatically know that it's like, oh, this is a this is like a prison pass, like it's like a hall pass basically.
Yeah, he's banned from leaving, so there's no way for him to even get out. So he's stuck there for the basically time being, unless the U.S. like
that's that's something else he was saying, that like people have to, because of like the victims having to be the ones to give the evidence and whatever, that the Americans also, that like the ones in Korea, they should go to their embassy and they should report all this stuff. And also whoever the new ambassador from the US is going to be, then that's going to be a big deal, because they like, yeah.
Would the US, like, can the US try to get him out?
I mean, I don't know why they would want to.
I don't
this
think it'd be
new
worth
government that's coming. I think they would be like, hey, fuck around, find out. The previous one, they probably would.
The previous one would most likely probably be like, yeah, let's trade him for our most dangerous criminal. Why not? Where this one's like, you did your thing. Now you have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Or bring him back and
put him in jail. Have international ban for at least 5 years.
Yeah, because he's basically creating diplomatic. How is it? What's the word? Incidents everywhere he goes.
He's creating diplomatic tensions.
Yep.
And the U.S. and Korea are allies, so I don't think they'd risk having a strained relationship over some person who's causing a problem in Asia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope they don't. If they do, I'd just straight up ban him for 5 years from ever leaving the country. Or maybe put him in jail.
Yeah, because a lot of people have come forward with the evidence, like Andrew mentioned. One of them was a streamer who has autism, and Johnny was harassing him in the street, and he also his own clips are being like downloaded and used as evidence. Yeah, so he's done a lot of things.
Yeah, there's also this right here that apparently he made a deep fake of a girlfriend, and he could say 7 years, and with the extra charges 17.
Yeah,
but that was on the 11th of November.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of information. That's mostly why like Andrew was doing these streams, like because of a lot of information, like false information coming out, especially or not false intentionally, but like reading the situation under another country's law is not the same.
Yeah, his feed is full of like, see, you have this guy.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that the streamer
that was getting harassed by Johnny.
Yeah, he has autism.
Oh, yeah, he said Somali weird. And he was making money on a tourist visa.
Yeah, and you can't do that. So he cannot work. So that's why another thing is it's a prison, because he can't work. He doesn't have money, so it's like, he's gonna live off of trash.
Yeah. Oh, is this is the one pedophile? He's basically recording himself committing.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
Yeah, like why would you record yourself making all the videos? Like,
there's a meme.
Yeah, there's the meme of him being. I said that's an insult to the Cabbage Man, though. Because Cabbage Man's actually a good person.
A wholesome person.
He's selling food for his family, where this guy's just
yeah, he's using the race car, of course.
Yeah.
Like, races, you're right. It's like, oh, shut the fuck.
Shut it. Yeah. Yeah, like I remember, I think it was a few weeks ago, no, like a month or two ago, he said they were calling him N-word. And it's like, you realize that literally just means you in Korean. They're literally just saying you, yelling you multiple times at you.
Yeah.
Because you're being an idiot. Like, again, like... Okay. We're now doing dad jokes. What are we on, Hypnocast? Like, yeah. Like again, we say that when you enter a different country, you abide by the country's laws.
Yeah, but even if it's not that, because, like, if oh my god, what he did in the convenience store, like Andrew was saying, if he did that in the U.S., he would be shot.
What did he do in the convenience store again?
Like, he went there, he got some he started drinking there, which you cannot do, and then he ate some ramen, but he threw like all the ramen on the table, and then started like attacking one of the people who work there.
Oh, what the heck is this?
I don't know what it is.
Apparently, it's a deepfake of him, Brennan's wife. Is that? I'm guessing that's one of the.
Yeah, no, that's one of the people who came out, like, to defend him.
Oh.
I think.
I thought that was one for the one of the people that, like, are foreigners that live in Korea.
I'm not sure, because I
or in Japan.
Didn't really pay attention to that.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just, why would you do this? I mean, yeah. You could.
He's such a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's just terrible. Again, like, this also causes problems for people who actually want to go there as a tourist, or maybe possibly live there. And this is kind of becoming the precedent of what people are going to assume all tourists are like, is someone that's just planning to do this for fun and terrorize the citizens. That's what I'm kind of afraid of, that people are now going to assume these are all tourists. What tourists are like, or just terrorizing the citizens.
Well, a lot of the older people already thought that. So now
there's the old people already assume that tourists are kind of terrible, and now that you have this, it's kind of confirming, and it might infect what the younger people think.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's like that's also on like the US, because if they know this is happening, like they should immediately go get him or something.
Yeah.
Because you can't, like, you can't let your people go around the world and do stuff like
Yeah,
this.
like yeah.
I'm trying to think. Okay, so yeah, never mind. Especially if they're allies, it's like, hey, you're doing this in my ally's backyard. Like, get over here, you little shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna just go over to this for a second before we,
Mm-hmm.
end it. So hey, there's phantoms. So what do you wanna? What do you have going on before I do this thing first?
Nothing much. I've been doing some. I did some videos recently. One on. I actually did one on Somali, but I took so long editing it that I the news updated, so now I'm like, why bother?
Yeah, I watched. It was
I did on the One Piece thing and on the Gina Carano thing.
the One Piece. I hope what the writer says doesn't bleed into the actual product. That's my fear. Like I said at the start, like they should have just filmed it in Japan to prevent any of this.
I mean, it's being filmed in South Africa.
Okay, I meant they could have. I mean, they didn't have to film in Japan, but they could have just had it being directed and made by Japan people.
Yeah.
Because, yeah. So do you want to describe what this is, Sophie?
All right. So Criticlist is a new app that is trying to replace Rotten Tomatoes, because we all know Rotten Tomatoes has zero bias. That was sarcasm. So Criticlist is trying just to be a more truthful gauge.
Yeah.
So everybody can review, and you can even like have a group of friends, and you can see what they watch, what they thought about it, or they can recommend stuff to you.
So what does 11 mean on that side?
November 11th, I did those reviews.
So you did One Piece, Done, and Alchemy of Souls, which ironically is how this show started. So yeah, and mine I only have done one, and that was last night. I might edit my review, but oh yeah, I did that yesterday, which is my favorite show. So obviously I'd want that to be the first thing I reviewed. You can what this Phantom one? Hey Phantom, want to see yours? You haven't reviewed anything. Dang it. I can't do anything with you.
Fed, review something.
Yeah, okay. Follow Phantom on Criticlist if you are on Criticlist.
Yeah, they're still in progress.
Yeah, they said they're gonna try to do Yeah, they said they're gonna try to do seasons, because Alchemy of Souls has 2 seasons, and you can only review the first season, right?
No, you review it as a general.
Okay, in general. Because it has the season 1 poster, which is I was like, on the bright side of liking these shows, the like season 1 on like at least Korean and maybe some anime as well is usually there's going to be one season. So those shows usually only have a season, and then they're done because there's not really a reason to have a second.
Yeah.
So, are the links, her Critic List and her channel stuff is down below, and so is mine. And anything else?
No, not really.
Okay. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.